Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Eric Lauber, and my guest this half hour is Jim Wolf, who's president of the Western Pennsylvania Orienteering Club. Thank you for joining me, Jim.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I think the first question the audience might have is, what is orienteering?
Well, orienteering is a sport in which the participants use a detailed map and a compass to find their way around to pre-marked locations in the forest. At least it's usually in the forest. It can be done competitively, or it can be done just as a recreation. We have lots of people come to our events with almost every possible skill level you can imagine. Consequently, we almost always provide instruction so they know how to go out at least on the beginner's course. At our events, we typically provide different levels, skill levels of courses. A course is a sequence of places that one goes to. And some of them are easy to get to, that would be for beginners. Others go all the way up through expert. And the differences lie in the length of the courses and whether or not the courses use the trails that are in the woods. Naturally, the beginners use the trails. And those who are expert often do not, because the course is laid out in such a way that the trails are not of any use to them.
Well, thank you for sharing that much about orienteering. Now, we're going to put up your contact information on the screen so people can get in touch with you, but talk a little bit about the club activities if people want to join.
Well, actually, it's not necessary to join the club to participate in our events, but we'd be happy to have anyone who would like to join. We put on approximately 10 events per year, and these occur in various parks in western Pennsylvania. We currently have 12 mapped areas. These are county parks in Indiana County, state park in Westmoreland County, and several of the county parks in Allegheny County. And there are several others, like one in Washington County and so on. We put these events on mostly in the spring and in the fall. We regard summer as too hot. And there's a little problem with snow in the winter if you want to get around in the forest. So we provide these various kinds of courses as well that I mentioned before. And we try to educate people in the process because basically we feel there's two benefits to be gained by a typical person. They get outdoors, they get some exercise outdoors, and they actually become much more comfortable with finding their way around, a very useful skill for anybody who hikes, hunts, or spends any other time in the woods.
I can certainly see that here in Pennsylvania, with all the forests plus the mountainous terrain in some areas, that would be a very useful skill to have.
Well, we think so. Naturally, we get Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Cub Scouts coming to our events. I mean, there are competitors that we'd only classify as orienteers. They are competitors, serious competitors in the sport, as well as adventure racers, also very competitive. But lots of different people, even folks who just want to feel more comfortable hunting.
Now, I have a quick question for you, though. How does this differ from the word geocaching, which some people may have heard of?
Well, a geocache uses GPS to find, I guess you'd call them stashes, or caches, that are placed in the woods, usually hidden, like in a log or under a stone or under a bridge or something like that. And one finds them by their GPS coordinates. We do not use GPS with orienteering. We use only a compass and a very detailed map. And our courses are put out there one day, and we might make 20 points in the forest, not just one. Then people go and find it, and just for that day.
And enjoy the day.
Exactly.
Well, thank you very much for coming and talking about this today.
Well, I'm happy that Comcast made this opportunity available to me.
Thank you for watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Eric Lauber. We'll return you now to HLN.